another one has happened. Still on justice for Mohbad. This is serious. This video that you're about to watch will shed light into this darkness. The darkness that Wunmi, Cynthia, Adebanjo, our supporters, and of course Wunmi's family are into. It will shed light into it. If we do not continue, if we do not press, in fact, if we had not, that is the best expression, if we had not pressed, if we had not continued, we will not be where we are at this time, at this moment. It would have become a norm. It would have become a practice. Anyone can just, snuff the life out of anybody, erase the life out of a destiny child, and bring a child that does not belong to a man and present that child. Use that child to inherit. It will be a practice. Once I'm pregnant for anybody, I can bring that child to sweep away, to take away all that the other person, the other man, or this innocent person, like Mohbad, worked for in his life. Well, one question that we have asked, if Mohbad was maybe on the street and had no job, no money, will Wunmi and her family insist that that child belongs to Mohbad? And not just that alone, will they say DNA cannot be done? It's because they know that there is more to lose should that DNA be done. Let us file that DNA part on one side. Let us keep it there because we are still going to touch on more of it as we proceed. So now there is a new update, a fresh update. This update landed some couple of hours ago. And that is why I said you must be updated. You must know what is going on this justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad has gone far and wide. It has become international. And I tell you this, Mohbad's father will soon appear on Al Jazeera. And if CNN is interested, but Al Jazeera, Mohbad's father will be appearing on Al Jazeera. Yes, alongside one of our journalists who has dedicated time into this to make sure that everything comes to light. It will not be a secret anymore. It won't be something that will be hidden. It won't be something that the Nigerian government will now try to cover up. In fact, that hospital or laboratory in the US that they claimed that toxicology and autopsy was done, and the pathologist that said, we cannot see anything. We might not be able to give you answers. Maybe it is the injection that was administered to Mohbad. Yes, the truth is this. There was what I call a cocktail of compound in Mohbad's body. Did Wunmi inject Mohbad? In fact, did Wunmi inject something into the IV line of Mohbad? What exactly is it that happened? This world is full of wickedness. And also, Wunmi knew that this is the end of the journey. She knows. Some of her spies, in fact, maybe one of it, the so-called manager, they say she's called Sheyi. Do you know that she had informed Wunmi, gave Wunmi certain information, and that is how Wunmi got to know quickly that Mohbad was about to escape for his life. Let us get right into this one.
Wọ́n sọ fún wa pé ọmọ olówó ni Wunmi. Wọ́n ní ojú òkè ni Mohbad máa fi ń wò ní street ńgbà yẹn. Mo padà wá láti wá sọ fún yín lọ́sàn-án láti gbẹ̀rígbẹ̀ ní back of palace Yom Top Street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ní street àwọn Wunmi ṣé ń gbọ́ mi back of palace Yom Top Street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀ wọlé ni Wunmi. Ọmọ atẹrọ̀fọ̀ wọlé yánmọ̀yánmọ̀ wọ́n atẹrọ̀fọ̀ wọlé wọ́n atẹ̀gbẹ́ wọlé ni. Wunmi was not born with a silver spoon. Having said that, me born what you wá pẹ̀lú silver spoon. Wunmi was born with a spoonless spoon, Abacha spoon. Ìṣíbí oníke tí ò ní nǹkankan. Àwọn Mohbad gan lówó jù wọ́n lọ. Ìyá ìgbà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá, ìyá ẹ̀ tún tàrẹsì níta lé wọn ni. Ìyá ẹ̀ tún tàrẹsì níta lé wọn ni. Wunmi was not brought with a silver. She was not born with a silver spoon. Kò kí ń ṣe ọmọ olówó rárá. Wọ́n tálíkà jèkúté ilé lọ. Wunmi tó bá ṣú ọ̀fun ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ ẹlẹ́pẹ̀, ẹ lọ sí Yomso Street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀. Ó wà lẹ́yìn palace ọba, baálé ẹlẹ́pẹ̀ ni. Ibẹ̀ lọ gbé. Ẹnu ọ̀nà ilé wọn lọ ti ń tàrẹsì. Àti kékeré ni Wunmi ti ń gbéṣẹ́. Ẹ lọ sí street wọn kẹ́ bèrè pa Wunmi. Aristo ni, àṣànà ni. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ pé mi náà sọ? Mo wò pé kí ló tí mo ṣe ń pe ọmọ yẹn ní àṣànà. Wọ́n mọ̀ lórí street yẹn. Ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ délédélé ni. Wọ́n máa ń gbéṣẹ́ pàṣẹ ni. Mo mọ̀ bó ṣe di Mohbad tí Mohbad fi fún pé ẹni tó ń fẹ́ lo ìgbésí ayé òun pẹ̀lú nìyẹn. Gbogbo ará àdúgbò wọ́n nígbà tó fẹ́ ṣe introduction sí pẹ̀lú Mohbad gan. Kò sí ará àdúgbò wọn kankan tó wà ńbẹ̀ because wọn ò lè sọ fún ará àdúgbò. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé tó bá sọ fún ará àdúgbò wọ́n máa sọ fún Mohbad pé egun eléèrà igi eléèrà ló fẹ́ gbé àṣànà ló fẹ́ gbé àgbébù adìyẹ ló fẹ́ gbé. Ìyá ẹ̀ ráìsì ló tà. Ẹ ti mọ̀ wọ́n ráìsì aláta ṣúẹ́ṣúẹ́ ráìsì iṣan burúkú màmá ẹ bá mi fi iṣan yẹn sí tó máa ní òróró lórí. Èmi náà máa ń jẹ́ ńgbà yẹn ládùúgbò wa. Ráìsì ya mọ́ríà la máa ń pè. Ráìsì ya mọ́ríà tiẹ̀ ti di sísìn ó ti wà l'Amẹ́ríkà. Mo ní mọ́ríà àdàbí tí mo bá there is no kini kan in labour. Ráìsì nìyá ẹ̀ ń tà. Tí Wunmi bá sọ pé mo parọ́ mọ́ òun ẹ lọ sẹ́yìn baálé ẹlẹ́pẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ilé àwọn Wunmi wà. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? So ẹ bá mi tètè erase impression yẹn pé ọmọ olówó ni Wunmi. Spoonless spoon lọ fi fún lóúnjẹ. Ṣíbí onígi òun lọ fi fún lóúnjẹ. So tẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ bá máa sọ pé ọmọ olówó ni àbò lórí burúkú ni ẹni. Èmi náà sọ little wonder ọmọ olówó àṣewá lọmọ sábẹ́ bíríjì. Ọmọ olówó àwọn sọ pé òun ti wà lórí street látọdún 10. Wunmi wá sí bí husband of my youth. Mohbad ló disvirgin ẹ. Ó ní kúre ìwọ tó bú ẹ tó jẹ́ kókó Mohbad gan kò dúró nú òbú ẹ. Wọ́n láti fi elastic rubber wọ́n láti fi dì í mọ́lẹ̀. Ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ ẹ̀fẹ̀ kọ́mí àǹsì tó mú. Mohbad máa ń fọwọ́ di okó mú ni. Ẹ mọ̀ bá ṣe fọwọ́ di okó mú ìgbà tó ń jẹ́ṣẹ́ Tiwa Savage tí bàbá yẹn tó fọwọ́ yẹn di okó yẹn mú. Bí Mohbad ṣe máa fi ń dì í mú nìyẹn. Ṣọbọlọ ni kanji dam. Àbẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ gbọ́ ṣá. Wunmi sọ pé okay ó ní Mohbad ló dábàálẹ̀ òun. Ẹ bá mi bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ husband of my youth ó ní kúre. Àwọn bàbá oníkùpì tó ń tẹ̀lé àwọn bàbá tó ń lo Volvo. Àwọn bàbá tó ń lo Volvo tó ń lo bẹ́ẹ̀sì mo ti lówó rí tó wá ń gbé ẹ ládùúgbò. Wunmi ò ní ṣoríire husband of your youth. Ikú pa ìyá ẹ̀. Ìyá ẹ̀ Jùmọ̀kẹ́. Wọ́n ní kùn ìyá ẹ̀. Ikùn ìyá ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní tí ìyá ẹ̀ bá ta rẹ̀ sí tán. Ìbá èrè tó rí lórí rẹ̀ sí. Ó máa jókòó síta tó máa ṣekùn bí tèmi báyìí. Bí àní. Ìyá ẹ̀ lè mọtí lójú oorun. Láì ṣe ìlàjẹ́. Ìlàjẹ́ ni mo mọ̀. Ṣé ìlàjẹ́ ló mọtí ṣáà? Torí mi ò tiẹ̀ mọtí mu. Mi ìtọ́ tí wò rí. Wọ́n ní tí ìyá ẹ̀ tó bá ta rẹ̀ sí tán báyìí. Bó ṣe máa jókòó síta ni. Wọ́n ní kùn ètò yìí. A mú bí àyẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó dájọ́ ọkú fún ni. A mú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ flag Facebook ẹ múra sí. Mi ti ráyè tí ẹ̀yin náà máa gba sáìsì yín náà. Tí n bá wá ìpè inú Bible fún yín sìn oyin ya pé. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Ìyá Wunmi husband of my youth. Wọ́n ní bí ohun ẹ̀ ṣe ti rí láti kékeré nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní bí ohun ẹ̀ ṣe rí nìyẹn. Wèrè tó sọ pé òun ráàpù. Ṣé nínú gọ́tà inú ilé tó ń gbé yẹn ló ti ráàpù? Ìwà àti BJ Bliss olórí burúkú. Ìyẹn ó dàbí vulture. Ẹ mọ̀ àwọn vulture tó máa ń ugly yẹn. Ó dàbí ṣùwáwà tó fún lóúnjẹ. Ó lè máa affect mi kí n fẹ́ tètè ṣe tán. Ibi tá máa dàgbà darúgbó sínú. Abẹ́ get mi. Wunmi àwa máa gbé wa mọ́ra. Husband of my youth. Okay, Mohbad ló jábàálẹ̀. Ṣèbẹ́ tó jábàálẹ̀ yàn tó bá ní kó ṣe DNA kíákíá ni. As your lordship wishes ló máa sọ. wọ́n ròyìn àwọn bàbá ẹ ti mọ àwọn Mercedes Benz ìgbáyé àwọn Mercedes Benz Polo àwọn Mercedes Benz ọkọ̀ Ìyábọ̀ àwọn mo ti lówó rí Mercedes Benz wọ́n náà wọ́n ló máa ń wá sádùúgbò wọn gbà ìyá ò dẹ̀ lè sọ̀rọ̀ mi ìṣeré o ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún yín ní street yẹn Yontop Street lẹ́lẹ́pẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n spell Yontop sí fún yín YOMTOB Street àdúgbò tó ń gbé nìyẹn tẹ́ bá mọ anybody ní ẹ pè wọ́n kẹ́ bèrè am I communicating wọ́n ní ìyá ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá ẹ̀ máa ń rí tọkùnrin wá ń gbé at what age kò má bá dọ̀bálẹ̀ torí mo ti fẹ́ kólẹ̀ gbogbo wa la máa fẹ́ kólẹ̀ fẹ́ ní kankan àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe kọ́ olórí burúkú ọba Yontop YOMTOB bí ni kò ṣe p obu ẹ̀ sọ́kàwé ni ẹ̀mẹ̀ pé tẹ bá fẹ́ kó gbẹ̀nu sọ́kàwé láàní kẹ́ lẹ́mà tí máṣíìnì yẹn bọ̀ ló máa fà jáde obu ẹ̀ sọ́kàwé ni yáá ni express motorway ni egungun be careful na express dey go lobo ẹ̀ olórí burúkú ó ti fòbò Mohbad ò gbádùn òbò yẹn látàrọ̀ dalẹ́ òbò ọmọ tí Mohbad dó ń bí báyìí Mohbad yóò fẹ́ ni Mohbad fẹ́ kú síbẹ̀ olórí burúkú dàrósà àti mánéjà Mohbad ẹ̀yin lẹ lọ sọ fún Wunmi lé pé Mohbad ní girlfriend because ojú gbogbo yín ló jẹ Ìyábọ̀ lẹ́ o ṣó fẹ́ sọ pé ọmọ gẹ́ yẹn wà tí Paul ẹ̀ ní kúre gbogbo yín ẹ̀ ní kúre. ọmọ Ghana fìfẹ́ wọn Mohbad ìfẹ́ tí Wunmi ò fi wọn ọmọ Ghana fìfẹ́ wọn. Wunmi ti dẹ́mi ẹ̀ légbodò Bella Shmurda ò pé bàbá Mohbad láti jọ́ tí Mohbad ti kú. Agijù lọ tí mama gbórin yín Bella Shmurda ìwọ àtàdúrà agijù lọ tí mama gbórin yín. àwọn ẹranko bí àmọ̀tẹ́kùn bí elephant bí lion àwọn ni wọ́n àti àdúrà wọn máa kọrin fún lágijù ohun yín ò ní jáde síta báyé bá ń jáyé tọ́run bá ń jọun. ìyẹn ni mo fẹ́ sọ jàre ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ fídíò máa yẹn kí wọ́n analyse ẹ̀.
wọ́n ti gbà pé tó bá sọ pé nǹkan ló bí that means tó bá fi mí ṣe àyẹ̀wò ẹ̀jẹ̀ gan wọ́n lè sọ pé sọ́mi gan mo bí wọ́n á da gbogbo ẹ̀rú ṣùgbọ́n bọ́dì ló wà nílẹ̀ yìí ẹ̀rọ bọ́ ọlọ́run ṣe bí ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ kò sẹ́ni tó yé ó fi òpè dààmú ọlọ́gbọ́n. ó sọ nípa Naira Marley tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá ẹ̀ ó tó bá sọ pé kí ló ṣẹ̀rù bọ́mọ ẹ̀ tí tó fi kú Naira Marley jẹ́ kan torí kò sígbà tó fẹ́ lọ sí ṣòó ìbẹ̀rù bojo ló ń bá lọ tí mi bá ti wá rí gbogbo eléyìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ìka ṣe ojú mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ eléyìí tó ṣe ojú mi nínú ẹ̀ mo dọ́dọ̀ ìjọ yẹn báwo ni ó ní àwọn tí mánéjà àwọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ ó dẹ̀ lọ kò pé 30 minutes ìkan nínú àwọn fàjọ lọ ló sáré wá bá mi ní pé wọ́n ti ń nà ọmọ yín o wọ́n ti ń nà ọmọ yín o ń bá sáré bàbá mi district yẹn mo pàdé ọmọ mi gbogbo ara ẹ̀ ti bó ń jáde já padà sílé jẹ́ ń dọ́dọ̀ ọ̀gá ní kí n máa lọ mo tẹ̀ ti wà lẹ́nu gate tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ rán yàn lé mania èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ yọjú síbẹ̀
ní ajá máa gbéyàn mi.
gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ṣe nà án wọ́n ṣe fìyà jẹ nínú ìsọ̀rọ̀ sí náà mania tún mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ ó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó fìyà jẹ ọmọ yìí ìjọba fún yàrá ìbéèrè kan béèrè ẹ má tilẹ̀kùn máa já yẹn ẹ má tọ́ máa já yẹn wọ́n ń wíru ìlú ló ń wí pé àwọn kan wá ẹyẹ kan na wèrè orí ẹ̀ kúrò ẹ̀yin náà wo statement tó ń jáde Naira Marley wà nínú àwọn tó ṣẹ̀rù bọ ọmọ yẹn títí ó fi dójú kú kátó wá sí Sam Larry àwọn ṣe show èyí náà rí inú fíìmù náà ìrọ̀ ọ̀bọ̀wẹ́ kò lè kúrò ń bí ó ní wọ́n sọ pé ọba ló rán wọn wá. ẹ wò ṣé bí àṣẹ ọba náà fi wá jíṣẹ́ náà ó dẹ̀ kọ́ sínú pẹ́tíṣẹ̀ yẹn ó kó oṣù méjì àbọ̀ tó máa kú so ẹwà àwọn tó ń ṣẹ̀rù bá ìgbà míì gan tó bá fẹ́ jáde gan tìbẹ̀rù wọn ò ní lọ sí airport tó bá tẹ̀ di airport ó sì àwọn èèyàn máa ń sẹ́t ìbẹ̀rù bójú ló fi lo ìyókù ayé ẹ̀ àwọn nǹkan tí mo wá lè sọ pé ó ṣe ní àkókò yẹn tó bóyá sọ fún mi tí ọmọ bá nílé tí ò bá níta ó yẹ kó nílé ìta ló wà níbi tó wà Ìkòròdú ló dé kíra ẹ mọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ mi padà wá sílé ó ní ọba rán àwọn kan wá àwa náà lọ́ba ń Kòròdú jẹ́ ká gba ọ̀dọ̀ ọba náà ká wá sọ pé káwá pọ̀ bá tòun pé ẹjọ́ o ọmọ tiwa ń bí o wọ́n ní ẹ̀yin lẹ́yìn ṣẹ̀rù bá o mo tí mo ní sọ́kàn nìyẹn.
So, what our guest is saying here, apart from some of the description of Wumi's attitude, character, and also Wumi's background, because when this justice started, the image that Wumi's family wanted to produce, the image that they wanted to spread about themselves is that they are middle class, they are well put together, they are financially okay, and they don't need anything from Mohbad. But justice must be justice. Mohbad's son must get what Mohbad left, and that is what is going to be used to take care of him and all of that. They try to paint that picture. Why? Because Karimo, who is now enemy to the family and they have become enemy to her, she is in the US and she got visa lottery to the US and she was able to bring her mom. Her mom had manipulated somehow, used certain people to just get her mom over. And they wanted to paint that picture as if we are okay, we are fine. But people dug deep, and that's what our guest is saying. You guys are not from where you are from the trenches. And your mom was a low-level corrupt police officer and she did not raise you well. Not at all. She did not even raise them. They were on the street. Wumi was on the street. Maybe that's where Wumi got that voice from abuse, of substance, smoking this and that. A lot of abuse, a lot of things. A lot of things. Now, Mohbad's father, like I said initially, will be appearing on several platforms and soon international platforms. He said he's the only one seeking for justice for his son, and also those that are positive minded, those that with him, those that are seeking for the truth. He said he's so appreciative of you all for all that you have done, that he now believes that he is not lonely and he's not by himself. That at the beginning, he thought that this was too much for him. But when he saw the support on social media, when he saw people pressing and pushing, when he saw the positive vibes, he got to realize that he's on the right track and that he's definitely going to get this justice. And there is nothing that will make him keep his mouth shut. The only suggestion is this: Mohbad's father, try to secure yourself, know where to go to. These people are dangerous. These people are dangerous. Do not forget that if anything is to happen to you, the Nigerian police will speak and act like they are angry and they are going to get to the root of it. Eventually, they will arrest some few innocent people around that vicinity where anything could have happened. We pray that does not happen. And then they will say they are interrogating them and that they are going to do due diligence. And after a while, you will not hear anything. There is nothing that they cannot do. These are terrible people. So secure yourself. You are dealing with vampires. There is nothing these people cannot do. If they can erase your son, delete your son, know fully that there is nothing that they cannot do. They are not too powerful. They are cunning and they are evil people. So you have to secure yourself. You have to protect yourself. Do not ever look at them as inconsequential and just move on with life. These are dangerous people. They might be few, but these are wicked people. That's just the thing. So, according to the update, Mohbad had met a lady in the UK. They said she's a Ghanaian, and Mohbad felt he needed to start a new life, having so much going on in Nigeria around his record label and some other issues that he has within him as a person, and with the lady beside him, Wumi, with the story of a child and all of that, everything is not clear to him. All of this together, Wumi got to know via Sheyi. Sheyi is the so-called manager. Not really like it. She's only available when there is a show. That's when she's the manager. She's just only available for that. That's when she operates. She's not really like now. Mohbad wanted a different manager. It was this Wumi that said no, get this person. We heard that she's related to Wumi or whatever, she's related to whoever she's related to. Anyway, Mohbad accepted and said, okay, let her be my manager, and that's that. Let's proceed with life. It's okay. I accept. I agree. Now, this same manager is the one that gave Wumi the heads up, like, hey, this and that. Now, I'm not going to dwell on that part of it. Like maybe she say I'm a lady, so let me tell the other lady that Mohbad is hiring someone else in the UK. You better be. So is that the reason why you decided to off Mohbad? Mohbad asks a simple question: who is the father of this child? Question. Mohbad also asked Wumi, why have you refused DNA test, paternity test for the Canadian visa thing? Why have you refused it if you know this child is mine? These are the argument, these are the talk. This is the thing that they discussed. Mohbad's father confirmed it, saying in that SUV, whilst they were going home, this was the talk. They were speaking. Prime Boy heard a part of it. He said there was a fight from home down to the show, argument, and when they were returning, Mohbad was intoxicated. He already had the bitters that they were to promote there, and he was livid. He was angry. He was angry. He was so angry. So in that anger, he didn't hold back anything inside of him anymore. He spoke, he said a lot of things. They were fighting. All the fight is centered on who is the one in the UK? Who is the father of this child? Who is this person? You. What about you that you went to sleep with that person? What about this and that happened? What about this and that? Okay, why didn't you get the DNA thing done for the paternity of this child? If you know that this child belongs to me, who knows? That was the talk. They fought, they argued, they fought, they argued until they got home. It became worse. It became worse. The next day, Spenning said Mohbad woke up, asked, did I fight you? Spenning said no. So let's say the show was on Friday or thereabout, if I'm correct, slash Saturday. Or the show was on Saturday slash Sunday, whatever day it is. The thing is this: one person went in, two people went in, one person came out, and they said the other person is a witness. Until today, that person has been unable to tell us the exact thing that happened. Now, we cannot also not mention the bullying. This is a major problem in this world. It's a major problem. It starts from when you begin school as a young chap or a young girl. It starts there. Bullying starts at that time, and bullying, I do not know if I would say it's in human nature, or adults teach young children directly or indirectly. But we are not going to go into the psychology of it. Bullying. Now, I'm not saying Mohbad is a perfect person. No, he has his own flaw as a person. He has his own, weakness as a human being. He might not be able to control alcohol whenever he has it inside of him. He might act in a certain way to other people. But the thing is this, in that Malian house, he is the most talented. Apart from Naira Mali, who is the boss and the star there, he's the most talented. I don't know whoever it is that Malian record has that can outpace Mohbad. No, none of them. Lyrically, delivery, they can't. They cannot. Zeno is zero. It's just there maybe to help them move their things as they move it around, whatever thing it is. Therefore, I don't really know. But he's not there. So who is that? Who is that person in that Malian label? That is why Naira Marley was not ready to part ways with Mohbad and still does not want Mohbad to climb too high, because the more Mohbad become popular and become more famous and more, the less he will be able to manage him. So it became a problem for him. Like, how am I going to handle this? And he himself is also a music artist. The most difficult, useless thing you ever do is to be signed under a music artist. You will not rise because he won't want you to shine. He will want to make use of you. That's the mistake that Mohbad made. You can't be signed under a music artist. If you are featuring once in a while, it's okay. But if you sign under someone who is also trying to shine, who is also trying to deliver, you will not be able to shine. He will not promote you, will promote you less. This is what Mohbad found out late, and he wanted to be out before the contract. He wanted to be out before the contract. Maybe if Mohbad had humbled himself, gone through the process, finished the contract, it is a contract. Finish it, then you have your lawyers to now help you fight it if you need to talk about royalties or whatever that you need to get off your record label. But Mohbad was ill advised. Mohbad did not listen to some of the good suggestions of his father, like, hey, boy, do this, do this, do this. Relax. If you know you're being bullied in your record label, there are people that we can call to. But if you start calling people to help you speak to people in your record label, how then can you guys live together? It's going to be difficult. So you just have to play the politics with them for 2 years. You've done 1 year, 6 months. Now, all of this is useless to Mohbad because it's not here. But to some other people who are also following this story, be educated in it. Signing under someone who is in the same, or being part of someone who is in the same journey, and you are now going to be under that person. Be conscious. Is it that you want to be there? Make sure you know what you're signing or what you're involved with that person in, because you compete with that person. You'll be competing with that person. So, Mohbad didn't finish it. If he had finished that contract, regardless of what's happening, I'm not saying now being bullied and beaten or being told to go and sell art substance. No, that's not what we are saying. We've not heard that they asked him to do that. No audio recording to that effect, or video or visual or anything. Neither has he said that they want me to go and sell this. I don't want to sell it. That's why. No, we've not heard any of that. We have not heard any of that. So, if Mohbad had finished, we will not be talking about the Malian thing. They are beating him, they are bullying him. Also, I'm thinking that in that record label, he felt that they were against him. He's the best there. So they felt that he felt like these guys are against me. So he didn't want to finish with the record label. That's another problem. That's another big problem. A big problem. So, contract of 2 years, signed already. Record label is not ready, not willing to let go. Everything metamorphosed into, you see, life, you also need to study politics. But it's a learning process. It's a learning process. May we not end in that process. That is the thing. If Mohbad had someone that tutored him, like a mentor, not a mentor that will take advantage of you, not a mentor that will use you. If he had a mentor, like what people call Godfather, maybe he will be alive. And also, if Mohbad was someone who will listen to good advice, not caring what people are saying that much, always want to appear like, no, I don't want people, which is basically how it is when you are growing up. You also want to appear like you're on your feet, like you are shining. when you have not even started. You want to appear to people like you have stamina when you are still shaking. It's an image thing. So all of this, Mohbad needed someone to guide him, someone to mentor him all through that journey. Some were able to rough it, some could not rough it, that could not go through the roughage and all of that. They fell by the way. Relationship problems, music, record label problem, everything problem, even parent problem. So sad. So sad.